Steve, I want to go to you next. There were more Wenger out banners at the final whistle. Is that a surprise to you?
Listen, people have got opinions. They've got a right to hold them. Young bloke who held up that banner, been going home and away for quite a few seasons. Spent a lot of his own money following the club, and as a supporter, an Arsenal fan, he's entitled to have his view. Now, Gary Neville's come out and said he's an idiot, but then Gary Neville's gone on to actually say that the media have got no right to decide Arsene Wenger's fate, and he's defended Arsene Wenger, and he's actually, pointed out why. I'm not really interested in the feud between Arsenal fans. What I'm disgusted at is the British media and the dregs of the cesspit of British football crawling out the woodwork in their droves to criticise Arsene Wenger and slag Arsenal Football Club. And that little fucking sweaty sock chaff cunt, Craig Burley, cunting off Arsenal fans who sat there for 10 years, giving the manager a benefit of a doubt, whether he had money or not. There's a debate about that. But they've sat there on their hands and they've supported their club through thick and thin. And the manager hasn't won the league for 12 years. I don't see any fucking huge front page, back page articles about Liverpool not winning the league for 30 years. I don't see anybody cunting Tottenham Hotspur off for 56 years of failure. What I hear is people who have achieved nothing in football, who are very unintelligent, very inarticulate, yobs, oiks, acting like there's some UKIP rent a racist mob on BBC Question Time, going after Arsene Wenger and going after Arsenal Football Club and the fans. Craig Burley digging at Arsenal fans. Who the fuck are you to comment about Arsenal fans? You won nothing in your career, son. Nothing. The only cup medal you got, you were dropped for the final by Glenn Hoddle because you thought you were a prick. You weren't even on the bench and you got sold the next day. So effectively you won nothing. And then you played for Scotland. Don't make me fucking laugh. You've got no right to comment. You wouldn't be allowed to clean out the fucking cars at Arsenal. And the fact is this. Yes, Arsenal have got problems on the pitch amongst the players and mentality. Maybe they don't like the system they're playing and maybe they don't feel it's right for them. For me, it's a confidence thing and it's a tactical thing. And yes, there's massive issues with the manager. I would like to see change. We'll come to that later. But the fact is this. We're fourth from the fucking top of the league. We're still in the Champions League in the last 16. We're still in the FA Cup. We haven't lost 10 out of our last 11 games. Why isn't Klopp being dug out for that? We aren't fourth from bottom. We aren't in 17th place out of 22 like we were under Terry Neal. We're not under threat of relegation. So why does it behove Henry Winter, Mr. fucking Murdoch, I went there for the money, to come out and dig Wenger out? What has Winter ever achieved apart from getting a big move to the Times of Cash? Now, a lot of this attack on Wenger is, and from the people it's coming from, it's because he rubbed their noses in the shit when he came to Britain. The white man's club of football run by a load of unaccountable granddads in the FA, even the Tory government want to reform and kick out their stopping change in the Football Association. The people that sat there in silence while all them young lads got abused and did fuck all. The people that did nothing while David Webb was trying to sue them for going deaf, for getting injured heading the ball, and so on and so forth. And all these players who were brought up in this Howard Wilkinson and Clark, the bloke from Wimbledon, the hoof it up to some big geezer at the front or jump into the bloke at front, elbow him and score a goal. Hoof, huff, puff, work rate, anything but skill, anything but tactics, anything but artistry. And then along comes a foreign bloke, and I remember it at the time, Arsene who? And then he came over here and did the double. And then they took the piss out of him some more. Ferguson started it. Oh, he comes from Japan. Oh, he speaks foreign languages. I had 10 people. I've got a kid in my youth team that can speak 5 languages. Trying to belittle him. Then you had Harry Harris in the press. And on top of that, Arsene Wenger's worn all that. He did the double again. And then they made fun of him about his comments about going unbeaten for the season. So he fucking did it. The first team to do it for 100 years. And at the same time, he's had to cope with having to sell his best players. Players leaving because they're cunts. He's got an owner that doesn't give a fuck about anything but money. Now, whether there was money to spend there or not, or whether Arsene wasted money on Project Youth, it doesn't matter. It's all gone. It's history now. The fact is that Arsene Wenger challenged British football, and they don't fucking like it. This is where this is all coming from now. They've jumped on the bandwagon. Part of it is he's challenged their philosophy and wiped their noses in the shit of their crap philosophy. The same philosophy which has ensured the England team are rubbish and always will be because they can't and won't change. But the second thing of it is it's all about clicks and attention. They've decided that they've been appointed the people to get rid of Arsene Wenger, to get rid of managers. Look at what they did to poor Graham Taylor. No more better example of what horrible toilet fucking bowl licking horrible scum cunts the British fucking sports press are. They labelled that man a turnip. They got his kids bullied at school. His wife abuse shouted at her in the supermarket, and then the poor fella's died. And they've come out and said, "Oh, we didn't mean it. He was a lovely bloke, really." And then you've got that cunt Ashton who writes shit about Ozil, writes shit about Wenger, has a fucking feud with Wenger because he keeps persisting in stupid fucking lines of questioning that Wenger threatens to chuck him out the fucking press conference. And the next thing we know, he's tipping up where fucking Harry Redknapp is with a birthday cake for him, trying to get him made England manager when the cunt's in fucking court for fucking not paying his tax, allegedly. And then the next week, the man who pugs cancer sufferers in the eye of Mourinho is in there sucking his arse off as well at Chelsea, bringing in birthday cakes. And yet he's writing articles about Arsenal. They all think that they should come and experience Arsenal Football Club's hospitality, go down there and have beautiful cakes, canapes, sit in the press box, have all their iPads, everything charged up, plugged in. All this information, all this hospitality, and they abused our fans and our club like that. You know, this isn't. I'm sorry, Arsenal Football Club aren't like this. We have traditions like putting the colours of other clubs on the tables in our boardroom on match days. We do that because we respect our opponents. We do that out of tradition. We don't slag people off. We don't abuse people. Yet the press think they've got the right to decide who should be employed and who should not. And Gary Neville, as much as he was a horrible cunt for kicking the shit out of Reyes and a mank twat, was fucking right to stand up for Wenger, but not just for Wenger, for all managers. You know, look at the people digging Wenger out. Charlie Adam, someone who actually could have been a good footballer if he wasn't a fucking bully. And you just know he's the changing fucking room leader of the person who led the persecution and bullying of fucking younger players. A horrible cunt, a thug who kicks people, a person who fucking chokeholds players. A bloke who's pissed off because Arsenal Twitter robbed him of goal of the season and match of the day. Good. You don't deserve any validation, mate. You're a fucking cunt. Danny Mills. You got your ass ripped out by Thierry Henry 3 times at Highbury. You're a shit footballer. He's a fucking world-class player. You never will be and you never were. Get used to it. Stop crying, you fucking little cunt. Craig Burley we've dealt with. And all the others. Diego Forlane. Who's next? The bog cleaner at White Hart Lane from 1971 who's got the arsehole because Wenger saw him in Lidl and didn't fucking say hello to him. It's getting fucking ridiculous. It's about time Arsenal put the media in their place. I'll tell you now, if they were treating Alex Ferguson like this, Ashton, the News International, the Sun and the Times, they'd be barred out of Old Trafford and they'd get the fucking hairdryer and told to fuck right off out of it. And that's exactly what Mark Ganella should do. I'm not defending Arsene Wenger because I love him. I'm defending Arsenal Football Club, our fan. You take on the fucking Arsenal Football Club and the fans, you better be prepared to get a kick up the bollocks, Craig Burley, because you deserve one.
Bravo, Steve.